Hi guys, welcome to a special birthday edition of H Talks, Comics, Sports and Wrestling. Once again, I'll be talking about boxing, and yes, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I'm the big 3-0. And you know what? I went to gym and actually hit the heaviest deadlift I have all year. Like, because with deadlifts I don't train too heavy because I haven't got a weight belt, so I've got to be careful. But I just thought it's my birthday, let's get it in. Got it in, and I am going to buy myself a weight belt, get back onto it to a certain extent, because obviously I'm now back in training for MMA and stuff like that. More about that in the future if you guys are interested at all. If not, I'll stick to the news and reviews. Bruce Lee, what a legend. Got to wear him on the shirt for my day because he's a legend and it's always his day. Let's get straight into it, guys. I want to talk a little bit about Eddie Hearn and this whole will it happen, won't it happen situation with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. So basically, Andy Ruiz Jr. still hasn't really mentioned anything about this fight. Matchroom and everyone through Matchroom and Sky and DAZN have said it's definitely happening. I believe it's 7th of December. I've done a video myself about it, Saudi Arabia and all this, but Andy Ruiz Jr. is not really speaking up about it, so it sounds like he's not too happy. But here's my point. I'm going to give you an objective point of view. How bad is this deal in terms of for Anthony Joshua and for Eddie Hearn? So, obviously Anthony Joshua was the A-side. You can still say he is the A-side because his name and all this, whatever, but he definitely was. That's not disputed, that's an undisputable fact, right? So he chose to go to America, right? Which is, no matter what you think about Andy Ruiz Jr. and his ethnicity is Mexican, yeah, his ethnicity is Mexican, but his nationality is American. So I'm not even going to get into that. If you guys want to dispute that, that's great. I'm not about that life. He was born in America, so for this video, I'm going about his nationality, not his ethnicity. His parents are Mexican, that's great. He can be as Mexican as he wants. He can feel as Mexican as he wants. Barack Obama is the first mixed race president of the United States. He's not the first, technically just black because he's mixed race. There's a thing which we have in these weird cultures where if you have a drop of something in you, that's what automatically you are. That's not reality though, is it? So I'm giving you facts, not just weird subjective views or what most people would just rubbish and generalise. So people are talking about, oh, Andy Ruiz Jr. wants to fight in his home country of Mexico. That's his parents' home country. His home country is America, right? So he's already fought in America, guys. He literally just won in his home country of America. I'm talking facts. So you'd think in the rematch clause, you'd think it'd be an ironclad rematch clause. And here's what I just assumed. I assumed Eddie Hearn being the amazing businessman he is, or at least we're led to believe, you would have thought he'd have put in the rematch clause in event of Anthony Joshua losing the rematch automatically, doesn't matter who has the belts, automatically will be held in Cardiff or London. Obviously that's not the case because Andy Ruiz Jr. has been on Joe Rogan chatting all this rubbish, and I've got nothing against Andy Ruiz Jr. I like him as a boxer as well, I'm saying, but always chatting rubbish saying I've got the belts, so I'll make decisions. He literally said I've got the belts and it's up to me. That's not how it works, mate. That's not how negotiations work. But on the other hand, how bad is Eddie Hearn's initial negotiations? Or how bad was that contract? Because obviously what he must have said was in the event of Anthony Joshua losing, there's a rematch, but he must not have stipulated exactly where, which is absolutely absurd to me. That's crazy. I just find that, I don't know what you guys think about it, but I just find it mad that he wouldn't have it ironclad in the contract saying Andy Ruiz Jr. has fought in his home country, literally, of America. Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua will fight in his home country of England. And it's like Nigeria, like I said, that's his parents' home country, that's great. That's not what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about how Nigeria and how much he wants to represent, nothing like that. We're talking about the home countries, yeah? So, and Andy Joshua, like most people, like most sportsmen, you do better at home. It's a psychological edge, home advantage. Go look into it. Boxing Talk with RD talked a little bit about that, talking about analytics and stuff like that, and he's not wrong. But yeah, I don't know, guys. And a lot of people are going on about Saudi Arabia. This video isn't about the ethics or the morality or nothing like that. It's just about, me personally. I don't know if any of you guys are confused, because I just can't believe it. I just can't believe he didn't have it ironclad in the contract, which says we'll choose. And maybe this is the reason why I'm not getting into it. But we'll go fight Andy Ruiz Jr. in your country, and you automatically come to England or Wales. Come to Britain. If you have to make it Britain, make it Britain. Come to Wales. Come to Scotland. Scotland's still part of Britain at the moment. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense, right? Come to a big stadium here. It has to be ironclad. But obviously that wasn't the case, and maybe this is why. Maybe because Anthony Joshua, I hate the fact that the names are so similar. The fact Anthony Joshua chose to go to Madison Square Garden, chose to go to America, maybe that was the thing. So then Andy Ruiz thought, you chose to come here, it's up to you. Because let's be honest, if you go to Saudi Arabia, that is neutral as it gets. Like, I've watched wrestling. If you watch my videos on my channel, I've watched wrestling events called the Crown Jewel and the Greatest Royal Rumble. the atmosphere is pretty flat. It raises up at points, but I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. 90% of the atmosphere is pretty flat. It's a little bit of like little mellow atmosphere, but it's not impeccable. It's not something exhilarating. It's not like a Premier League football match like a lot of boxing matches are. Even some MMA fights, not all the time, but it depends. But the atmosphere is pretty silly. If you watch a Billy Dib versus Amir Khan fight, I know obviously that was a bit of a rubbish missing this match, but that atmosphere wasn't great. At times it wasn't bad, and that's what I can see with Joshua. Obviously, you know, if the British fans all go, if we all jump together, go there together, like thousands and thousands and thousands of us, then yeah, maybe the atmosphere would be good. I'm not sure if Mexicans are going to be able to travel, because that's where Andy Ruiz's fan base mainly generates from. If you look and break down the analytics, some American people do like him, but most of them, in terms of their favourite boxers, a survey about 3 weeks ago, I think, was it Ring Magazine online? And it said something like 75% said, who do you prefer out of Deontay and Andy? And they all prefer, 75% preferred Deontay, because Deontay embodies America and he's proud about it, whereas Andy Ruiz kind of shows the fact he was born there and goes on about his Mexican heritage, which is his right. Don't get twisted. Nothing against that. That's your right. You can do that. It's up to the individual person what you want to represent. Yeah. But so you got to understand that, Lloyd. But that means his American fan base isn't as huge. He's getting a bigger name. He's doing talk shows and that, but he still hasn't got the general fan base, which like Deontay Wilder's getting. And you know, Wilder's getting bigger and bigger, and if he fights Tyson and beats him, don't know if he will, but if he does manage to beat Tyson, then you know Wilder's got a big chance of being the name in boxing. But yeah, I just want to know what you guys personally think about it. Are you as shocked as me? Do you think it's silly that Eddie Hearn did not, I know the way I said that, Eddie Hearn, no, but you find it silly that he didn't have an ironclad stipulation that the rematch had to be in Britain or England? Instead, it could be in Saudi Arabia. It doesn't really help, and neither does it. Andy's obviously not enjoying the thought of that at the moment because he's not talking about it. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm not even too sure it definitely will happen now. It's all a mare, guys. But yeah, just wanted to know your thoughts and just thought I'd do a quick little video, see if anyone's got the same mindset as me. Cheers, guys. Thank you. It's been your boy, The H.